Deaf and Dumb. I'm Dan.
That was actually nice.
Yeah.
And I'm Dudley.
Welcome to Deaf and Dumb. The
nice ring
the
to it.
podcast and weekly show.
Not the comedy show in India.
There's a comedy show?
I think it's a comedy show. I have no idea what it is. It's in a different language.
What, you tried to listen to it?
No, we got tagged in a event called Deaf and Dumb, and it's some on Facebook, and it's some guy has a show, I think, in India. It's like, and I don't know if it's the place he's at called Deaf and Dumb. I don't know. I just know it's not us. That's the full extent of
it. It is not us. No.
So we are not in India.
No, we're not. Though we do like Indian food.
We do.
Yes.
But yeah. So don't go to India expecting to find us.
Yes.
We have no plans.
I am certain that it, like deaf or something similar to deaf, means something different.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If anyone knows and want to explain it to us,
you know how to contact.
We still probably won't know. How's your week?
My week was fine.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for asking.
For once.
For once. It was good. We played some games.
Yes.
Lots of games.
We'll start with who goes there.
Game night. Johnny D showed up with a new game of his. It was a Kickstarter game
called
Who Goes There, as you've already already spoiled.
I was asking you a question.
Yeah. No.
Who goes there?
It's me. Hi.
Yes. But are you who you say you are?
As far as you know. Yeah. Who goes there?
I am who I say I am.
Yeah. Well, you look like me, so
that could be a problem.
That
would have made the thing a lot different if there were twins involved.
It would have been.
It would have been weird.
It would have been weird. I don't know if it'd change it that much.
More paranoia.
Yeah. So, Who Goes There is a board game based off the book.
Oh, really?
That called Who Goes There. That was the inspiration for the movie The Thing.
I didn't know that.
I'm telling you now.
You did some research.
I
would not have done that.
It is, because the original book was called Who Goes There.
Oh, okay.
And and so
I assume it's similar to the movie.
It's another Thing board game.
Yes.
That we played one of the other ones.
We played Outpost 31.
Outpost 31.
A couple of weeks ago.
And yes, it was a little while ago. But this is another one. It has a lot of similar themes and similar story arc. You know, the basic premise is we're trying to get on the helicopter and we're only trying to get out with only humans on the helicopter. Yes. That's basically the same.
Yes.
The way you do it and how it happens is fairly different.
Yeah, the mechanics introduced are different.
Yeah.
The mechanism for becoming the thing are different.
Yes, it is. It's less common. There's some cool stuff. I think you said immediately that you liked it better than Outpost 31.
Yes.
I was on the fence, but I think I'm coming around.
I like some of the mechanics better than 31.
Yes, I think
Outpost 31 is good.
Outpost 31 was a lot of fun. It's really good. The rule book is pretty terrible.
Yes.
It took us a while. It took us play and a half to figure out how to play it.
Also, it's obviously coming from the direction of a hidden roles game.
Yes,
which is very much there.
Yeah,
which is fine and it's good if you're familiar with
Secret Hitler or Avalon or Resistance or whatever.
It has a lot of similar mechanics to that, and then they just added on to it and adding all the things.
Yeah, they took that framework and it made it more complicated.
Yeah,
and you go on missions, but the missions actually have stuff you do on the mission as opposed to just go on the mission whether it's successful. And also, but one of the big differences that in the Outpost 31 you start off
is someone that
is the thing. Someone is the monster.
Yes.
Who Goes There? Everyone's human at the beginning. Mm-hmm. It plays 4 to 6 players, 6 if you get the expansion.
Yes.
Which we had.
Mm-hmm. And Johnny D did.
Johnny D has. So it was us and Gary and his brother Tony D.
Tony D. Tony Dorsey.
And who Yeah, and so we were playing it, and the way it works is we're all human, and there's a stack of vulnerability cards.
Yes.
And there's 12 of them in the stack. All of them are blank. Except one has a blood smear on it, which means if you get that one, that means you're infected.
Yes.
So when bad stuff happens, or you fail at an event or something like that, there are certain things that make you draw vulnerability cards. And if you draw the one that has the blood smear, you're infected. You become the thing.
Yes.
And there's a cool mechanic in everyone has these little clickers, right? They're these kind of hard clicker, and it starts in the middle, but when you click it one way or the other, it shows you infected or clean.
Yes.
And the idea is that when you receive if an item from someone, everyone can trade cards that are items and resources that they can build things with or do things with. And when you trade it, when someone gives you a card, they give you their clicker and they switch it to whether they're infected or not. Now they can be, if you're clean, you're clean. It doesn't matter. If you're infected, you can choose whether to pass the infection on or allow them to think you're clean or stay clean.
Yes.
And so it adds this, because the big mechanic of the game is building things, and you need resources to do it, and one of the best ways to do it is to get it from your friends.
Yes.
So it adds this level of mistrust as you see someone stacking up vulnerability cards, and their odds of being infected go up. You're apprehensive about taking a card from them. And so... yeah, it's really cool. So you hand over it, and then you look at it and just see if you're infected or not. No one else knows but you.
Yeah.
And then you hand it back. And it's really clever. And so that's how the thing kind of spreads if it wants to. It doesn't have to.
Yeah, that's the nice thing I like about it, too. In the other one, now for 31, it's going to spread... likely the second time.
At least one more person.
It spreads
maybe
2 more
3
times
more.
as the game progresses. And the second time, likely someone else will get it, but there's a chance it's just one.
Yeah.
But it's always going to happen by the third round.
Yeah, there's at least going to be at least one more person. But the thing that's different is you have no idea who the other thing is.
Yes.
You have no idea. Which is a little weird. It's a little weird for you not to know who the other monsters are.
Yeah, which doesn't really fit the theme, I don't think.
I don't think so either. But yeah, this one is if you become infected and you're
you're the only one.
You know you're the only one, and you can decide whether you want to start spreading or not. And the whole goal, of course, is to go out, and we have to go out. There's 2 locations. There's indoors and there's outdoors.
Yes.
The indoors, there's
resources,
supplies you can go through. Materials, you can build things and build stuff so that you can go outside into the cold, and there's a whole exhaustion mechanic, which is really cool, and go out and do these little events outside, which can give you either bad stuff, but it also gives you experience that you can do to upgrade your character. And then, but also the main thing you want out of it is helicopter points. Because the whole thing is when you get down to the end, you get on the helicopter, and the leader decides, who goes, basically.
Yeah.
The leader always goes on the helicopter, and then they basically, as a group, we have to decide who gets to go on the helicopter or not. Who do we think should stay, who should go? And then once on the helicopter, everyone rolls a dice, a D6 dice.
Well,
you total up.
Once you're on, you announce who if you're human or infected.
Yeah,
and then
basically the number of humans left in the game times 6 is the score you want to roll.
Or you get to.
Yeah, and that includes humans who are dead.
So there are 4 people at the end, 4 humans at the end. You got to get 24 points.
Yeah, exactly. Or and if basically is you roll a dice and then you add any helicopter points you have to that dice, and all the humans total up. Everyone on the helicopter totals at that point, and they have to get over whatever the point value is. If it's 4 players, 4 humans, 24 points. But if the thing gets on the helicopter with you, he rolls the dice and subtracts any helicopter points he has from the total.
That's basically what it is. I think it's worded that it adds to the points you need.
No. It says he takes it away.
From the one you need?
Yes. No, it takes away from the everyone's roll.
Everyone rolls, either way it's the same.
Yeah.
It either adds to the goal or subtracts from the players.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I can't remember how it worded.
But
I thought it was worded the other way.
It's pretty hard to do, but if everyone's doing their part, you can go out and get helicopter points, and then hopefully we can figure out who the thing is and get on the helicopter.
I mean, there's a pretty good chance to get a lot of points. I mean, I by the end of it had 9 helicopter points.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but you were also the thing.
Well, yes.
Which is part of the reason I think you had so many helicopter points.
Yes, because I was
you were hoarding
gung-ho about getting them.
Yeah, it was a mixed thing. We started off rough because my character, I was playing McRitty, and my thing was I was good at going outside and managing my exhaustion and doing that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna do my thing. Except there are round events that pop up and that they can lock the door, so it'll keep you from either coming in or going out for that round. So we got 3 locked doors for the first 3 rounds, so we were all stuck inside.
All of us started inside. No one started outside.
I almost started outside, and then someone talked me out of it, and I was just like, oh, okay.
I think you would have died if you stayed outside.
No, because my guy's whole thing is I get alcohol, I can drink it, and it gives me it raises my stamina or whatever you want to call it. And I could, once I was outside, I would have got enough experience. I could have got my flask, which lets me gain more stamina. So I would have been fine. I think.
You would have been working to stay alive.
I would have been working, but I would have been gaining stuff. I would have been better off, I think.
Yeah. I think that was something we also realized, and because we were locked in for so long, is that we should have been working. Well, once we got to where we could go outside, we should have been working to go outside, because that's really how you make your character. Because each person has a player board that's their character and has a whole bunch of stuff on it, and there's experience to unlock parts of it. So it allows you to get better. Grow as a character, and you get different abilities, get more stamina,
you get more actions.
There's all kinds of stuff depending on your character.
Yeah.
And you only get experience by exploring the crates outside.
Yes.
And so you have to do that. If you don't go outside, you never get experience.
Yeah. And so I think that hamstringed us a little bit starting off. And but it was really fun because we were the whole time, like, you were drawing a lot of vulnerability cards early. And so everyone was just like, Dudley's the thing.
I had 2.
You had 2, and then I got 1.
I got 1. Gary had 1.
Gary eventually got 1.
I can't remember if Tony got 1 before
Tony drew the last one.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
I drew the last
one.
one.
Oh, well, he drew the second last one. It was really
I had
late.
like 5 or 6 by the
he
end
drew
of it.
like the second, or it was close to the end of the stack.
Yeah, I got the last one because you had the second last one. Tony, yes, it is, because you were talking about, me and you had a discussion about, if you use them up,
that's right.
We know the thing is out there.
Yeah.
I was trying to spin that, we don't know for sure the thing's out there, because there were still 2 cards, and you were like, screw it, and you used it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, crap.
Well, you were also being like, oh, well, because if there's no vulnerability cards, you just take Strife. Yeah. And Strife is like the damage marker on everything. Like, the door can take Strife, the boiler can take Strife, and each character can take Strife. And some stuff becomes broken if it gets 3 Strife, and characters die if they get 3 Strife. And so, which happened to 2 people.
Well, here's the thing. We all did really well.
We did pretty good.
We got the hang of it. We were getting to the end. It kind of split. Early game, Gary was dead set against John for some reason.
Yeah, Gary and I were best buds.
You and Gary were best
bunking
buds.
together.
I was just kind of there. I was, I didn't get the...
Nobody trusts you at first because you had 2 vulnerability cards.
Yeah, which is understandable. But I did not get the thing card until my 3rd vulnerability card, which was like halfway to the game.
Yeah.
So things changed for me at that point.
Well, yeah.
And so I had to try to keep some people on my side. And my goal also was to get as many helicopter points as possible.
Yeah.
And because,
which,
it's incentive to take me on the helicopter.
It's that, and, it looks, hey, we're helping the team. I'm looking at all the points I'm bringing to it.
But as the game progressed, Gary had to gave a card to John.
Yeah, and they suddenly became friends.
Well, he handed John Dorsey his clicker. John Dorsey didn't get a single vulnerability card the whole game. So the only way he would be the thing is if Gary showed him.
If Gary was the thing, that was the only way.
Yeah. So they had gone a bond.
Yeah.
Because Gary's like, I didn't show him the thing.
Yeah. I know he's clean.
And
so they were like,
best buds.
You had shown me your clicker at one point.
Yes.
And
it was clean.
It was clean, even though you were the thing. You
was
chose not to infect me, which I appreciate.
Uh-huh.
But it meant that Gary no longer trusted me because he was dead set that you were the thing.
And I knew if I'd done that, you would be arguing. You would be for me because you're like, oh, he didn't show me. He got to be good, right?
I was suspicious. I thought because I would have done the same thing.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So I was like, I knew that you probably were. Odds are you were the thing, and that you just played it clean so that I could trust you. But I really had no other information to go off of, except John was clean. I knew was pretty certain, except I thought Gary might be infected. But if it came down to it, I would have picked them over you.
Oh, yeah. But here's the thing. I had Tony slightly on my side.
Yeah,
so slightly.
Just a little bit. We were arguing with him to be on the side with the two of us.
And
it turned into Gary and Johnny D, and then me and you, and then Tony was kind of in the middle.
Yeah. Tony had one vulnerable card. Mm-hmm. I was even kind of hinting at like he could be the thing. I mean, I thought
because
he didn't show his clicker to anybody.
No, he didn't. But I kind of was like, what if he drew the one he drew? I mean, 1 out of 12, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could happen.
He drew the one that was going to be it,
and he was also the doctor.
He was, and so. Apparently, he was gearing up. He was getting ready to do a blood test because that's the thing he can do is he can check someone to see if they're infected.
Well, the way it works is both of us would swap clickers, and it has to put your true what you are.
Okay.
And then if he said he was going to do me,
he was because you were the obvious.
I would have had to put the thing on, put the blood spot, and then he would have shown me a clean one. And then immediately what would happen is I would claim he's the thing.
Yeah,
because that's the only.
I think it would have went bad for you. I think most people would. Odds are true. Just because the odds were against you. That you were more likely.
But thankfully. He died before he could do it.
Right before he was going to do
Literally
it.
the round.
It was kind of your fault.
It was my fault.
It wasn't intentional.
It seems intentional, but it wasn't. I wish it had been.
Yeah.
It would have been really clever. My turn, he died. I'm literally right before him. So I did something. The door busted, and then he died.
Yeah.
And immediately before that, John Dorsey had died.
Yeah.
So John died on his turn. I went, and then Tony died.
Yeah. And so it left me, you, and Gary. And both Gary and I were going, we're fucked.
Yeah.
There was no way.
Yeah.
And
so they all had no idea.
Because I knew it was you or Gary. I wasn't sure. And part of me was just like holding on hope that maybe on the off chance Tony drew the one card and he was dead and we won. But we don't know until we get on the helicopter, right? And so we get on the helicopter and we decide to all go because, well, really we realized there was no way to win. Otherwise, like if just me and Gary win, we didn't have enough points. There was no way we were going to be able to roll enough to get it.
I think my total came out to be like 9.
Yeah, you added
12 points.
Yeah, you added a lot of negatives. So even really the best bet we had was Tony was the monster, and we all got on and everything was fine. But my best bet was that Gary was the thing, and you were clean, and we got on, and you brought all the points. I brought some points, and we would have been fine.
Yeah.
Except it was exactly the worst it could be.
Yeah.
You were the thing. You had all the points, which counted as negatives, and so there was nothing we could do. We just lost.
Yes. And it was glorious.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was so much fun.
It's really good. I want to play it some more.
Now that I've done the game and I've been the thing and achieved a singular goal, like I've won by myself as the thing. I think I'd like to play it again and try to infect as many people.
You don't want to infect everyone.
Not everyone.
Yeah.
All but one.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's hard to telegraph because, you want that one person to go on. You have to get one human on the helicopter, so you can't just go and infect everyone.
Well,
but also,
what you do
if you
is
infect
whoever the leader is, that's the one you don't infect. So it does. You're like, it doesn't matter who he picks.
Yeah, but it's also if people are suspicious and think you're the thing, they're just not going to take items from you.
That's true.
Because
is what happened late game.
I was the only one who took something from you, and then it got to where nobody was willing to take anything from anybody.
Yeah, I was hoping, through sure, if I had to show it to somebody, I was going to show it to Gary.
Yeah.
Just to
cause turmoil.
Just to cause problems, and then also be like guarantee a win.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't. He didn't want
there was
no way he was going to do it. So he was against me from the beginning. So
yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
It's an awesome game. I hope we play it again soon. Mm-hmm. And I think I like it better than Outburst 31. Outburst 31 is really good as well.
It is, but it's a different.
It's a different game. It plays more like like Secret Hitler or Avalon, one of those other hidden roles games.
Well, this is more resource management.
Yeah,
you have action tokens and
character
stamina,
experience and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so there's a lot more. It's more of that kind of game.
Got more little RPG elements.
Yeah, exactly. It's more of a co-op game as opposed to a hidden roles game.
Yes.
And yeah, it's easier to play. The rule book is pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
It's not complicated, and I like that about it.
I do too. I enjoyed it.
So I highly recommend it if you have it or you're thinking about getting it.
One other thing about it, Gary was complaining that the box was not a normal box size.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It is massive.
Massive box.
But it's at the. I kind of assumed that was just the special editions expansion.
I don't
version.
know, but
I will say
this:
all-in-one box.
The insert is really nice.
The insert's very nice.
It's got a spot for everything, and it's very nice. All the pieces fit in it, and it's got a really.
It is a
nice,
huge box, though.
But it's a huge box.
Yeah.
If that's something you concern yourself with. Let's see. Speaking of Kickstarter games, I kickstarted a game this week.
Yeah. I almost kickstarted, but then you did it, so I decided not to.
A game
because I didn't need to.
Yeah. A game called Inhuman Condition.
Yes.
It's on Kickstarter. It's going right now.
Yeah.
Started last week.
It's already got its gold money.
It's already got its gold money, so if you want to get the game...
Got that gold money.
It's going to be... It's fairly cheap. I think it's $25. It's the only goal. There's only one reward. It's just giving money or $25 for the game. It's a 2-player game based on the... And I don't know how to say this. Void Camp? The
Void Camp is from Blade Runner.
Blade Runner, yeah. It's the robot test.
Yeah, it's the test that they give to people that
Deckard gives robots to see if they're robots.
Yeah,
and
it's the opening of the movie. I think is a guy. It's a guy sitting and doing the test.
Yeah.
And it looks really cool.
So it's a blend of, it's like half hidden roles and half role playing.
Yes.
The mechanics seem pretty simple.
Well, it's 2 players.
It's a 2-player game.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes long.
I was confused for a second because I was like, how does this work? Because our buddy Trey pointed it out to us, the third man. Mm-hmm. He pointed it out to us and he was just like, it's a 2-player hidden roles game. I'm like, how does that work? Well, one person's the investigator.
There's only one person with a hidden role.
Yeah, only one person is an investigator, and the other player is either a human or some kind of robot, and there are different types.
Yes.
And so the humans ask them questions.
Yeah. So it's a 5-minute game.
It's a real
time game, so it only takes 5 minutes to play. And the investigator asks questions to the human.
Yeah, or not human.
Or not human. And the human or not human. The suspect. Answers them. Simple as that. And then the investigator must determine if they're human or robot. Now, if the suspect is a human, they have nothing to worry about. In theory, they don't have. They can just answer the question as best they can, and that's it. Because there's no restriction.
Yeah.
Now, if they are robots, they get a card, and it tells them requirements.
Yes.
If they're a peaceful robot, they have weird quirks.
Yes.
That they can't say the names of emotions, stuff like that.
They have requirements of the way they talk, or they have to limit the way they speak and do weird things.
Yes. So they have weird quirks that the investigator's trying to figure out.
Yes.
If they're a violent robot, they have 3 objectives they have to achieve, check boxes, and once they check them off, they kill the investigator. Stuff like you have to complain. One example I saw was like you must talk about how everything isn't fair 3 times.
Yes.
Or you have to mention your dog 3 times. Stuff like that.
So you don't want you got to be subtle about it because if you don't want to make it too obvious because then they're going to realize you're a robot because you're doing something weird.
Yeah. If you're constantly bringing up your dog, they'll be like, "Why the fuck is this guy bringing up his dog?" And then he'll
robot.
And the coolest thing about it is you got pads, and I guess you can keep notes on it, and then it's like the record for this test.
Yeah.
And then there are 2 stamps. There's a human stamp. And a
self-inking stamp.
Yeah, and a robot stamp. And the investigator, before the 5 minutes is up, so at any time they go, okay, you are this, and they stamp it. I assume once they stamp it, it's decided. Done. And then, you reveal if he killed you or not.
Yeah.
And it looks great.
It does.
Looks really good.
It looks really cool. There's like roles, like character types cards as well, that tells you what kind of role to play. So you're not just sitting there, like even if you're human, you get a role of some kind. So you're playing some kind of character. So that's why the role playing part comes in.
A lot of different groups, or topics that kind of you play within, and so it should be.
I am really looking forward to it. I think it looks like the perfect kind of game. I think if once we get a copy, we should try playing it on the air.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we should do an episode where we play because I think it would be. It's all talking, so we could probably play it on here. Really.
Yeah, I think so, and it's only 5 minutes, so we could easily do a
couple of games in it.
Yeah. It looks really good. It's got a couple of people work on it who worked on Secret Hitler.
Yes.
So that should give it some credence.
Yes.
It looks good.
It does look really good.
I'm really sad. The only thing is it doesn't come out for a year.
Yeah,
according to their estimation.
Yeah, the estimated date is like next year.
But the stretch goals they've said if met, they were going to put out a print and play. So
so we might get a little print and play early access version.
Yeah,
that'd be
cool.
And
it's only $25 plus shipping.
So go check it out. Inhuman Condition.
Inhuman Condition.
Kickstarter.
On Kickstarter.
It looks awesome.
Several more days.
Yeah.
I don't know what the exact days are, but
just started, so it's probably got a couple of weeks easy.
Yeah, I think it was a 4-week campaign still. Did you play anything else?
I played Graveyard Keeper.
Yes,
which I am so close to the end. I'm really at right now. I've done a lot of stuff. I'm really just trying to get enough money so that I can promote myself, and then.
You can't just do it.
Well,
you gotta get a pay raise out of it.
Well, you gotta. It's with the church. You start off as like a person, and you become a citizen, and then you become like, or is it like a cleric and a citizen, and like there's rank, and then the last one's the aristocrat, and so it takes a bunch of gold, and it's like 12 gold pieces, and I've got 8 right now. I've been like working really hard to make money.
Yeah.
So I'm so close, and once I do that, I can kind of check off a few more things, and I'll probably I'll finish the game.
Yeah.
I'll have done everything. So thought I was going to get through it this weekend. I haven't quite made it there yet. I played a bunch. Like just the last couple of days, I played a whole lot trying to finish it up. But it's a lot of fun. I really like it.
Yeah.
I also been playing Bloodborne. I got to some witches.
Them witches.
That's
a good fight.
That's a weird fight.
Yeah.
The first one I went in because there's a witch. I didn't know. Well, see, when you walk in, a big thing gets summoned, right? Like hag-looking thing with like big blades.
Yeah.
And so I started fighting it, thinking, here's the boss. And I killed it pretty easily, and I'm like, well, the health bar is not going down.
Yep.
Oh, and I more of them kept popping up until finally they killed me, and I'm like, I don't know what I was supposed to do. But obviously, not fighting those things was
it's part of it.
It's part of it, but they weren't the main threat and goal. So I was like, okay. And then when
they were the construct.
It wasn't until I came back the second time, and I was running around going, what am I supposed to do? And then I ran into one of the actual witches, and I'm like, oh, there it is. And I started attacking it.
Yeah.
And I got really close to beating it, and then I had one of them dead, and then one of them was almost dead, and then they got me. They got me held up, they hit you with these, orb things.
That hold you, yeah.
That hold me, and I had already hurt a little bit, and it held me down, and then she just comes over and just, sucks the life out. Yeah, something.
Yeah.
And so that's where I was. I haven't gone back, because it's kind of a pain, because you got to fight through a few things to get to it.
I think I beat her on the second try.
Yeah, so...
maybe.
I don't count the first one, because I didn't realize what was going on.
I do. I figured it out in the first one.
I
was really close in the first one.
I did not.
I think. It's been a little bit since I've done it. But
it's not a hard fight. It requires running
out.
around and a little finesse.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at there, which you said I was getting close to you.
Yeah, I haven't been playing.
I've had this game for 2 years.
Yes, but I didn't play it during a lot of that 2 years, just being honest.
I've had it for a couple of weeks.
But also, you had more free time to play games.
This is true. 2 weeks compared to 2 years, Dudley.
There's some transition periods in there that I, didn't have a lot of time.
Okay.
You have more time for games.
Sure.
Let's be honest here.
Right now, yes.
Yes.
Over the 2 year course?
Yes. I mean, 10 months of that 2 years, I was working, about 12 hours a day. So, So, time for games.
You weren't working 12 hours.
Okay, I was working 10 hours a day, and I was commuting an hour one way, so 12 hours of not being able to play games every day. And then I had to sleep at least 7 hours.
Still, it sounds pretty pitiful to me.
So that's 19. So I had 5 hours-ish to spare.
I haven't played it that much.
So,
I haven't really played it that much. So
I didn't say I was that far in the game. I never said that. But anyway.
It was implied.
Nope. Not at all.
Yeah. I'm enjoying that.
I really didn't know how far I was until I was wasn't sure where to go at one point, and I texted Graham, and he sent me a list, and I was like, oh, I haven't made it very far.
Yeah.
But I'm also really cautious in that game, so I'm just I take my time, and I just kind of go through one area to the next.
I'm cautious, but just from playing Dark Souls games, so I have experience of knowing that there are going to be things hiding around corners and stuff. But I also fairly aggressive compared to Dark Souls. I kind of I run in and I run back, I play it safe. This game I don't. I tend to jump in there and and just swing crazy and a lot more aggressive than I am. But the game kind of encourages you to do that. Yeah. Especially since if you get damaged, you can gain health by doing damage to other things. So it kind of encourages you to be aggressive, to get in there and fight. So I've been kind of playing into that. But yeah.
This is from a week ago, but I wanted to bring it up real quick. We played Love Letters with our cousins.
Yes, we did.
Last weekend, but we forgot to mention it.
Yes, we did.
And they had never played, or one of them had
never played.
So Cuzley and Cuzzerin. And they seemed to enjoy it. We played a couple of games of it.
Yeah.
Love Letters, good, quick, fun little game.
It's a fun little game. We've talked about it a couple of times.
I also did something else this week.
What did you do?
I dropped some money.
Yes, you did. You bought a second copy of Spider-Man.
Not exactly.
Well, you did.
Not directly like that.
Well, I mean, you did buy a box that had another copy of Spider-Man.
It for the other copy of Spider-Man.
Yes, you did. And you still haven't given it to me, so I'm
not going to give it to you. You're going to have to buy it from me.
No, I'm not buying it from you.
Well, then I'm taking GameStop.
Okay.
I bought a PlayStation Pro.
Yes.
PlayStation 4 Pro.
Yes.
The Spider-Man edition.
Yes, you did.
And it's quite nice.
And how do you feel about this?
It's very pretty.
Is it worth it?
It does play a little better than my other one did. Like my other one, I have this Dark Souls 3 background.
Yes.
That I really like. When
it's animated.
Yeah, the theme or whatever. And it used to chug a little bit on my old one. Doesn't at all anymore. Yeah. Also, when I playing Spider-Man, you know, they had the Marvel logo that comes in the bottom.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's loading stuff when it's showing that.
Yeah.
It would chug a little bit.
Yeah.
Just like 1 or 2 spots. It would drop a few frames. Now, perfectly clear.
Yeah.
Other than that, I have noticed it.
Yeah. And you're using it on a 4K TV, right?
No. It didn't come with a 4K TV.
No, it did not.
I don't have one of those.
Yes.
But one day.
One day. Sure.
It's very pretty, though.
It's nice.
It's I
almost
color.
bought that one, but I didn't. I just went and bought another regular one.
And it came with an extra copy.
You were jealous. You were envious. You saw that I had a PS4 Pro, and you were like, I deserve one of those, and then you just had to have one.
That. It's
more totally like that. I bought one week, and then the next week you were like, I gotta pick one.
It's more like I should upgrade.
If I hadn't bought that one, you would have never bought that one.
That's not true. I had as soon as they announced it, I was like, "Ooh, I want that," because one, it's red. Yeah. It's my favorite color. Yes. So I really wanted the red PlayStation, which you can't blame me for.
And now I'm a little annoyed because you know this could have saved me some money if you had just bought that beforehand. I could have just bought your PlayStation 4.
You didn't want the PlayStation. We had this discussion.
No.
I was like, I could buy a PlayStation 4 and you could just buy mine. You were like, no, I want a Pro.
Well, I also
have a 4K
have
TV.
I do have a 4K. Unlike some people who are underutilizing their equipment.
I'm prepping for the future.
See, I got the 4K TV and then got stuff that'll play on it.
Yeah, see, I didn't need the 4K TV. So now I have a place. It's the red one. It's really pretty.
Yes, you've covered that.
And then one day I might, and the spider logo, I think it's just a sticker, so I probably could peel it off when I get tired of it, and just have a red PlayStation.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Spider-Man.
Yes, you're still
I've been playing it a lot.
Yeah, I saw it. I wandered in and watched you play for a bit. It looks cool. I'm gonna have to grab your copy at some point and play it.
I have another one. You can buy it.
I'm not buying it.
Well, then I guess you can't play.
Well, I'll just wait till you're finished.
Okay.
And then I will steal it. I have plenty of things to play. I don't need it.
Yeah. I'm about 64% through the game.
Okay.
I've been playing it a lot. Most of that, I think, is just doing all the collectibles.
Yeah.
Because I got pretty thorough for a little while. All I was doing.
Yeah.
I wasn't progressing the main story.
Yeah, you were just going around.
I was just collecting everything.
I do that a lot in games. Yeah.
There's points when it's like, well, I guess I should go around the city and do some of these side things. So, like, it gives you moments for that.
Yeah.
And half the time I don't have much to do. There's side quests popped up, so I go and do those. But generally, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's really good. You saw me swinging through the city.
Yeah, I did. It looked really fun.
One thing you brought a comment, it's like, oh, you're not swinging from the skybox.
No.
That is true.
Yeah. Well, they haven't done that since like a really, really old Spider-Man game.
There haven't been that many Spider-Man
There's been like a couple. There's been a few.
Yeah, I don't know.
The last one didn't do that.
I don't know what the last one was.
I remember there being one after that.
I remember
where you actually
the
had
one I remember. You could just swing from anywhere.
Yeah, that was like really old.
Yeah. Well, this one, not the case. If there's no building, you're not swinging.
Yeah.
So you have to have something to grapple to.
Yeah.
Which is fun. It's really good. It's a really good game. I'll be probably playing it off and on for the next week or so. Yeah. Did you play anything else?
I played some D&D.
Dungeons
and Dragons, yeah.
Yes. The big game.
Our buddy Josh, he's got his big, 15-player expedition explorer, the North Marches game.
Yes.
And
the North March.
Yeah. So I played it. I played in another session Friday night.
Yeah,
and it was really good. Except we ended up. I don't know if you remember me talking about the first session I played in, where it was just like swamps and bogs and frogmen. Well, this was a repeat of a lot of that.
Oh, really?
A lot of swamps, a lot of bogs, a lot of frogmen.
It is cold. Marshes.
It's not marshes.
North
it's marches.
Marshes.
It's not marshes.
I thought it was
That
marshes.
is not the name of the game. It's North March. March, like a march. A march.
Oh, I assume it was marshes.
Yeah, no.
No. There's a bunch of marshes.
No. It is not called North Marshes. It's marches.
So there's a bunch of people.
There just happened to be in the middle of a lot of in the
Is it
opening
set
area.
in the month of March?
No, it's you.
I don't.
You understand what a march is? And I'm not going to explain it to you. So, in the middle area is a lot of swamp, and so it turns out if we had gone any other direction, we wouldn't have been in the swamp. But we decided to go to the west, which from this point we were going to.
More marshes.
It was just swamp, and Brob was playing with us.
Mm-hmm.
His character got sick from some. He inhaled some funny fog.
Yeah.
And got some dysentery.
Gross.
Or something. I think it was called swamp fever. He got the swamp fever. And
once you go swamp, you never go back.
Yeah. And so I caught it, but my immune system kicked it, so it wasn't a problem.
Mm-hmm. How big a group was it with y'all?
It was 4 players.
Okay.
I
wanted to join you, but I haven't had time to make a character.
Yeah,
I have a
been kinda
concept
busy.
of one. I just haven't had time to mess with it. I really want to play in it.
I'm really tempted. There's a game tomorrow or today for
I think it's Monday
listening.
and Tuesday.
I would like to jump on it too, but I don't know if I will. I think there's enough room for one more, but it just
there's no way. I'm gonna have to try to schedule out and be like, okay, I'm gonna do it on this day and try to be ready for it. I really want to do it. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I enjoy playing D&D.
Yes. Speaking of which, D&D.
Yes.
My lady friend and her roommate have been bugging me a little bit about the game we were going to play with them.
Yes.
We haven't.
No, we haven't. We were supposed to get together to make characters a week or so ago, and
I think everyone forgot.
And nobody reminded me.
We all kind of got sidetracked.
Yes.
So we're going to have to try to make that work.
Yeah, it's just finding time. That's the hard part.
That is the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him that too.
And if I'm going to run the game, it's even more time on my part, because I got to actually put something together.
But I figure we'll try to do some characters.
Yeah.
Soon.
I thought I was going to do is try to get everyone to make characters, and that kind of give me some ideas of what where I want to take the group.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just haven't.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think that's about it. Yeah. And that's all I played this week. I'm gonna go after we're done. I'm gonna go back to playing Graveyard Keeper and Bloodborne.
Yeah. I'll probably go play Spider-Man a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been reading a lot of comic books today.
Yeah. That's nice. Mm-hmm. No one cares about that.
No one does on this show.
Yeah.
Someone out there does, but not today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into news.
Sure, there seem to have been a bunch of news this week.
Well, it's mostly Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff from Nintendo.
Oh, by the way, there are 24 more. Well, as of tomorrow, 23 more days left on the Inhuman Condition Kickstarter. So you have plenty of time. We'll probably bring it up again.
Yeah.
So definitely.
And it's cheap. It's $25.
$25
if you're
gets
in
you
the
the
US. It's $10 shipping. So
yeah. There you go.
$35.
There you go. Which is an amount I would easily play for that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, a standard box game, even a small box game, is $20.
Yeah.
If you buy it now, and probably more. So, well worth it, I think. And you get the stamps.
Yes.
You get to declare if you're human or robot.
Yes.
And that sounds fun.
Yes.
Tons of Nintendo news.
Yes.
Bunch of games announced.
Mm-hmm.
And characters for Smash.
Yeah, they seem to talk about that stuff a lot.
So they've announced that Isabelle from Animal Crossing will be in Smash Brothers, which is an interesting. I haven't looked at the video to see if it show. I assume it shows her in the game, right?
I haven't looked at it either.
I wonder what her fighting style is like.
She's probably very helpful. She shows you how to be a mayor.
She'll kick your ass, but
she'll tell you how to be
nice about it.
Yeah, and she'll tell you how to be a good mayor.
Probably. So that's interesting.
Uh-huh.
Interesting choice.
Yes.
Also, Toadette is supposed to be in the game.
Oh, yeah?
And apparently there's a weird mechanic involving Toadette putting on a crown and becoming Peach.
Wait, what?
That's not Toadette. Yeah, Toadette can become Peach, or AKA Peachette.
What?
So...
Is this from something?
No. No, not at all. It's a weird thing. No one understands it.
Okay.
And everyone's speculating, wondering, is Peach Toadette? And just, wears a crown, so, she looks like, human? Or is she a toad person? Or is this person
What's going on?
Something weird is happening.
What's this? Has Peach been, has this been alive for this many years?
Who knows?
Like, she's just a crown. If she takes it off, she's just another toad person.
Which would make sense, because she's the queen
Princess
or princess
Toadstool.
of Toadstool of a kingdom of toad people.
Yes. I don't know. That's weird.
It's really weird.
So what happens if someone else puts on the crown?
I don't know. No
what
idea.
If Mario puts on the crown? Does he
becomes Peach. A much beardier Peach.
Mario doesn't have a beard.
A mustache. Mustachio. Peach. Weird.
Okay, that is weird.
This week, coming actually tomorrow after this airs, the Nintendo Online launches.
No, oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
So that'll be this week.
Okay.
It's
just more money I need to spend.
Yep. It's not that much money.
It's not that much, but
it's
still
$20
money.
for a year.
That's not bad at all.
That's a good price compared to PlayStation
and
Xbox, which are like $60.
Yeah, I paid for that and I didn't like it, but I did it.
What I always do is I pay for a year, and when I'm playing a game, and then if it comes back up and I'm not playing a game online, I just don't buy it again.
Yeah.
So that's how I do it.
That's how you roll.
That's how I roll. But with the the PlayStation Online, they have the classic games that will be coming with it.
You said PlayStation Online.
Oh, well, I meant Nintendo Online. And you can't prove otherwise.
I can totally go back and listen to the episode.
I meant to, and you can't prove I didn't mean to.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, with that, they've announced NES controllers for the Switch.
Yeah, it looks really weird.
It looks like an NES controller, but the way you charge it is really weird.
It's really weird. You put it on the side of the Switch.
Yeah, it's the size of like the controllers, and it just slides on the sides to charge.
Yeah,
which is
it looks cool. Does it come in? I guess you only get one.
No, I think it comes in a set.
It comes in a set of two.
I assume so.
I don't know
because they're. No, maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know.
They're $60.
Yeah. Surely it's 60.
Well, I think the regular set is for the regular controllers. It's
like
$70 for two.
Oh, is it 70?
Yeah, it's pricey.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe.
But I assume it doesn't have all the motion control stuff and stuff like that one does. So that's probably why it's cheaper. So I assume you get two of them.
I assume so too. I don't know.
But no release date on it yet. I think that's all rumor. Someone is saying it was in maybe December, but I couldn't confirm that. That was just someone's comment. So, but
it's so you can play the classic games, right?
Yeah. But the weird thing is, apparently, it's only available for two people who paid for an Nintendo Online account. I guess you have to order it through the.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Their service. I don't know. This was bizarre to me. Like, you think they would care?
Yeah, that is weird. Okay.
To get them, I don't know. But, if you don't want to do that, just wait till it's on eBay and buy it from someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. There are some games coming out for the Switch in Japan that are not they're not on the Switch, they're streaming. So, like...
What?
So, a couple of the games that can't be played on Switch, but they can be played streaming service. So, like, Ubisoft is releasing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is their new Assassin's Creed game, on Switch to be played via streaming service.
So you play it on the Switch, but it's not actually running on the Switch?
Yeah, it's not using the hardware to play it. It's playing through their online streaming service.
Okay.
Which is interesting. And it's only available in Japan. Mm-hmm. So they're obviously testing this and seeing how it
they're going to see how it plays out.
They're doing it with Assassin's Creed. They've done it or we're going to do it with the new Resident Evil 7 game. So interesting.
Yeah.
To see how that goes. So, but the only thing to me on that is that you got to have a good connection for that to work.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
We don't have the best.
There's no way I would ever do it.
Yeah, I don't. Not
unless
right
I had
now.
a better internet connection.
Yeah.
But it is an interesting concept, and we talked a lot of. PlayStation has their PlayStation Now service, which does the same thing. Which I used the same thing I did on the show to Max with.
Yeah.
But he's actually considering buying it.
Yeah, it makes more sense with him.
Yeah.
But
so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious to see if that becomes a bigger thing, and which would mean that consoles would be less contingent on hardware and more on.
Well, they've been talking about stuff like that for years now. It's just maybe.
I mean, there's been PC services that do it.
Yeah, I don't know how well they work.
I don't either. I never use one.
Yeah, I've always had a good PC.
As long as you have a connection, a good connection, it probably works just fine.
Yeah. I don't know how Max would use it. He has worse internet than we do.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they have a trial. He can do a trial. I think they have a trial for you, so you could do a trial and see how it works. But he's gonna have to buy the game.
Exactly. That's the problem. Is you still gotta buy the game, a digital copy of the game for a system you don't own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I tried to sell him mine, and he just wouldn't budge. Would not budget for it.
Yeah.
They've also announced Katamari Damacy.
Yes.
Is coming out on Switch.
Yeah, a remaster
of Katamari Damacy.
That was a fun game.
Yeah, it was a fun game. Might be worth it, depending on the price. If it's cheap, I'd probably go for it.
I imagine it won't be. I imagine it'll be like $30, $40.
That's too much. I was thinking 20 or less.
I doubt it.
The game's like over 10 years old.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they won't sell it for the regular price it costs to remaster it. You don't have to buy it.
Nah. They've announced Luigi Mansion 3.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw a picture. I assume that's what it was about.
Yeah. So that's coming.
Is Luigi a ghost in it because he's dead?
No, he is alive in it.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought, because Luigi
it predates Smash Brothers. At least we know that much. Game Freaks. Mm-hmm. You know Game Freaks?
Yes.
What did Game Freaks make? You know it.
I know. Didn't they make... What did they make? They make Pokemon.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, I think
with a cookie.
Yeah, Game Freaks. I think they're just called the Pokemon Company now.
Yeah, well, there's the Pokemon Company, and then there's Game Freaks.
Aren't they the same thing?
No.
Oh, I thought they were the same thing.
They made the Game Boy games. I don't know. I assume they still make all of them, but I don't know. But anyway, they've announced they got a new game coming to the Switch called Town. Parentheses. Working title. And it's like a town protection thing where you're protecting a town against monsters. Which, I mean, it's Game Freak, so it's probably a pretty good game.
Yeah.
So, keep an eye on that. City Skylines was released on Switch as well.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan of those kind of games.
I like those games. I've not played that one. I know you have.
I have it.
Yeah.
Give it a try. See if you like it.
Yeah.
It's just like SimCity or any of those. It's pretty much the same thing. They've also announced, and I didn't know, apparently it was already known, but Civ 6 is coming to the Switch as well. So November 16th. So check that out. If you haven't played Civ 6, I highly recommend it. It is now spyware free.
Oh yeah, I've never seen something about that. Yeah.
Yep.
That it had some kind of
weird
thing going on there.
Yeah, they finally fixed that apparently.
That's good. It should be a top priority.
Yeah. Apparently it was gathering.
It's really tempting. I like Civilization games, and the idea of being able to play a Civilization game
on the
portable
go is
really tempting.
Especially if you can do multiplayer.
Yeah, if you can do multiplayer, that'd be real nice.
Might be fun.
It might be really good.
I haven't bought it yet. I've only been playing your copy.
Yes.
So I might be tempted.
I own it already. That's the only thing that makes me not want to get it.
Yeah, I might be tempted to get it on Switch.
I'm going to let you get it and then see how it is.
Yeah. They've also announced tons of Final Fantasy games coming to Switch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like
all of them?
A lot of them. Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 10-2. That's just the name of the short one list I saw. There's a couple other ones that I don't know, but they're all coming to the Switch.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If you like Final Fantasy, go check that out. The big one they announced this week that might get our mother to buy a Switch is there's an Animal Crossing game coming out.
Animal Crossing game coming out.
Coming this next year.
Yes.
They
haven't shown anything yet, have they?
No, I don't think so. It's just a teaser of the
just
title.
that, hey, we're making this.
I mean, kind of like they did with the Metroid one. It's like Metroid Prime 4 coming to Switch eventually. So, yeah.
Well, that's exciting. I'll definitely get an Animal Crossing game.
Yeah. They also announced if you haven't got a Switch yet, there's a Nintendo Pokemon Pikachu and Eevee bundle. That has the yellow and kind of brownish yellow controllers and Pikachu and Eevee on the front of the docking station. So if you want a
that's cool,
slightly different version of the Switch, and you like Pokemon,
there you go.
There's that.
Mm-hmm.
And and they're also apparently remastering Assassin's Creed 3.
Okay,
not for Switch. It's just they're remastering it.
It's like the one that was just where it started hitting its stride, I think.
Yeah, I think
before they made one every year.
Yeah, because
the first one was pretty fun. It was okay, but it got repetitive. The second one was kind of a little more the same, but it was starting to get there. And then 3 was where it was like, okay,
this is the game.
This is because
this is what
they kind of worked out some of the weird, awkward controls and weird things going on. But
but they're remastering it.
Cool.
So if to bring it to the new console system.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. There's a ton of stuff coming to Switch.
Yeah.
In the coming months.
Which is good. It's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't touched mine in a while because I've been playing other things, but
same here.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the Pokemon.
I don't know if I'm going to get it or not.
Not that. I don't think I'm going to get Let's Go. I don't think I'm going to get that one.
I don't know. I'm going
to
wait
for the other one.
Yeah, but that's
who knows
ways
when
off.
that's going to come out.
I'm more, to be honest, I'm more excited by a Animal Crossing game than
Let's Go or Pokemon.
In both.
I'm excited if they do a new Pokemon and they break the mold.
That's really what it feels like. They're kind of doing that with Let's Go, but it's
not really.
It's not really. It's more of a combination of the old games and
the mobile game.
And the mobile one. It's a bridge. It's what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Okay. Well, please go to our website at deafandumb.com. That's DEAFNDUMB.com.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find links to all our stuff. Please like and comment and subscribe to us. And let us know what you think. We're going to keep putting out a new episode every Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to keep being great.
I hope so.
Yes. Thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May. And this has been Deaf and Dumb.